But So Francie is about to leave the classroom, but then they notice because all the girls have a bouquet of flowers. They have flowers given to them by their parents or whatever.
Yeah, their family. Yeah.
She doesn't have any, of course, because they can't afford flowers. It's unnecessary money. But then on her desk, there's some flowers, and they're from her dad.
Yeah.
And that's the first time you see her kind of show emotions around, about him.
Yeah, she
gone.
becomes kind of shut down and closing in on herself.
Yeah.
When her dad dies. I mean, she prays to God for a little bit, but that's about it.
Yeah, there's no crying.
No.
But there she cries, and I cried
there
again.
She cries. Of course you did.
And I think
Sissy has made sure that she gets the flowers from her dad that he gave her a long time ago.
Yeah.
Well, he gave her the money for a long time ago.
So even when he's not around, he takes care of people.
He's still there.
Yeah. And that scene, I'm not sure, because he didn't say exactly which scene it was, but the actress who plays Francie,
Peggy Ann Garner?
right? Her father, because this was shot in like 45 or 46, he was in World War II. I think he was a pilot in World War II during that time as they were filming. Okay. So she was super worried that he was gonna be killed in the war.
Yeah.
And the director they doesn't say how he did it, but I'm sure he talked to her about it. Used that to get an emotional response for certain scenes. I'm pretty sure it's that one because she just starts crying.
Yeah, which is
that's not
maybe not the best way to do it, but it has been done before. I've heard.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think she was like, "Yeah, your dad's gonna fucking die." I don't think it was that.
No, but talk about it to make her feel a bit more emotional and make her think about it.
Yeah. I mean, it's not quite the same thing, but to get a reaction out of children in a classic example that is Close Encounters of the Third Kind, the Steve Spielberg movie, when the little kid, whatever his name is standing in his kitchen and he's looking in different directions because we just see sounds. We hear sounds.
See sounds, yes.
Yeah. He reacts first a little scared because he hears something. But then, all the aliens are nice. We don't know it yet, but the aliens are nice. So he kind of... Yeah. But we see him light up at that point. It's like, oh, he gets happy, And it turns out they did that to get that, genuine reaction of first being, genuinely scared and then genuinely happy. Steven Spielberg put on a gorilla suit and, jumped out into, the hall where the kid was standing. So he's like, got a little, nervous.
Off camera, but
behind the camera. So the kid's like, what the hell? But then he removed the gorilla mask, and then the kid saw that it was Steven Spielberg, and Spielberg is always he always cares a lot for the child actors he works with.
Yeah.
So then he just oh, Steven, basically, just his face just shown up, and that's that's the shot that's in the movie.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, it works.
There's probably other instances where they've done similar stuff where they, talk to the child actors to make them a little bit extra sad or think about something sad when they have to cry or, scare them perhaps sometimes.
Yeah, they even do that to grown-ups again. I don't know if you know that,
true.
But in The Exorcist, there's a scene where Father Karras is listening to a tape.
Oh, yeah.
And the phone rings and he's super startled by the phone. They didn't use a phone on set. The director fired a shotgun into the air.
Right, yeah.
A couple of feet away from him. She's, ah! That's the shot that's in the movie. And speaking of guns being used to elicit emotions, I think it was on the set of Aguirre, Wrath of God. Klaus Kinski refused to do a scene. He had the lead role, I would say, or the second lead role. Because he was a very difficult actor to work with, but when he did work, he was brilliant. So the director, Werner Herzog, it's not 100% confirmed, but it's kind of an urban legend. Yeah. That he pulled a gun on Klaus, pointed at him and said, "You're gonna act now, or I'm gonna kill you." And he's like,
Jesus Christ.
he just staring there like, fine, basically. And did the scene. There was also rumors that he threatened to kill himself if Klaus Kinski didn't act. He was like, I'm gonna shoot myself in the head if you didn't do this. He's like, fine. It's a great movie though. Hey, it worked.
Sure.
Anyway, back to A Tree Grows in Brooklyn. This is basically the end there. They graduate. Ginny, Neely and Francie. I want to call one of them Ginny for some reason. I don't know why.
There is no Ginny.
There's a Sissy, there's a Francie, there's a Neely. Why is no one called Ginny? Anyway.
And Johnny.
Yeah. They all kind of meld together to become a Ginny in my head. That's why I can't remember anyone's name. Anyway, they're standing up on the roof, looking out over the inner courtyard that they've always been looking at. And we didn't mention that, but early in the movie, you see a tree growing in the middle of the courtyard, which they early in the movie cut down, and they're so sad because it's the tree they're always looking at. You know, it's a
the
tree.
one with the birds and all that stuff.
Yeah, and the father's saying like, "Well, a strong tree like that, it'll pull through." You know, I mean, it grew up out of cement. You know, you can't just kill that tree. Being a metaphor for even when times are tough, we're gonna make it through. Blah, blah, blah. So they look down at the tree stump and they realize, the tree started growing again.
A new tree is, it's coming back.
And the movie ends. Wonderful movie.
Yes.
It reminded me a lot of another movie from also from the 40s, I think. By another famous, legendary American director called, what's his name? John Ford. Who did some westerns, but also some dramas. He made a movie... actually before this, 1941. I was going to say it's the 50s, but 1941. He made a movie called How Green Was My Valley, which is also based on a book. A Tree Grows in Brooklyn is based on a book. Which is kind of similar. That's not at all Christmas. I don't even think Christmas is in this movie, but it takes place over a year in a Welsh mining village. And about a coal mining family basically with a bunch of sons and the struggles of life, that is literally in my top 10 movies of all time. I think I don't know, but I think so. That is a movie. We're not going to talk. You
have a lot of movies in your top 10.
I know. I have like 100 movies in my top 10. No, but it reminded me a lot of that one. I'll say that. How Green Is My Valley is better than A Tree Grows in Brooklyn. But they were very similar in that there was this super sad with little like sprinklings of happiness, but then there's a very, very happy ending. Sure. And it kind of like shows the resilience of the human spirit.
Of men.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah.
Men as in human.
Yeah, exactly. I absolutely love this movie.
Sure, no, it is a great movie, and it's very well made and very well written. But how much of a Christmas movie is it?
Yes, let's talk about that. It is.
Yes.
Not really a Christmas movie.
It has a little bit of that Christmas magic because on Christmas Eve, they by magic managed to get the biggest tree that they were going to be able to get.
Yeah.
It's such a weird little thing, but the tree vendor, he throws the tree at you, and if you can catch it, you get to keep it.
Yeah, which was a thing. That's what they did. Like
sure, but it's still weird.
They couldn't keep the trees. They didn't sell by Christmas Eve. They weren't gonna like take them with them because they're gonna die.
No, of course not.
So they just if anyone wants them, they'll throw them in the street. Basically, but you can't just throw them in the street, and then the cops are gonna beat you. So instead, they're like, we're throwing it out if people want them. So it's just a way to get rid of the shit that nobody wants.
Like, if they just give it out, people will just wait to get it for free.
Exactly.
But if you have to work for it, as in you get it thrown in your face, and if you catch it and don't fall over, you can keep it.
Yeah.
Then, not everyone's going to be like, yeah, I'll do that, instead of just buying the tree. Mm-hmm. Also, you get to have to wait, and you get the saddest looking one, I guess. They get a huge one, though.
They get a big one, yeah. So they have the Christmas tree.
They get the pie from Francie's school.
Yeah.
And I mean the policeman comes by and helps out. He's being all friendly and stuff.
Yeah.
I think his wife had just died by then.
Probably.
Even though they don't say it, it seems like it.
Yeah, that's why he's coming by.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Aunt Sissy and her husband is there.
Yeah. Bob or Steve or whatever his actual name was.
It's not Bill, it's John or whatever. Steve. Yes, right. Because in the end...
It is Steve, right?
By the end of the movie, he says, I'm Steve. And I was like, it's the Minecraft movie. I'm Steve.
Oh, no. No. He's just like, no, I've been long enough in this family now, you can start calling me by my real name. I understand that it was a funny joke, calling me Bill or Bob or whatever. But not anymore. I am a father. My child will know my name.
Yeah, I am. I'm going to make that meme, where I cut them together.
Go for it.
I am Steve.
Yeah.
By the way, we are going to watch that movie.
Hell no.
We're not going to pay for it, but we're going to watch that movie.
Hell.
We're going to... You made me watch Wicked. I'm going to make you watch the Minecraft movie.
Yeah, no, that's fair, I guess. When's that? January or something?
I don't know when it's coming out, but whenever it does, we're going to watch it. One way or another. Either way, sorry.